going to be like a 30-minute segment, okay? Because I think this is where I was going to end it. So Luke 14:28-30, Jesus taught that followers must count the cost of discipleship, lest they start but can't finish and become a laughingstock. So in the last previous videos, like 2 videos, I talk about, I'll just bring it up briefly, how I've been walking this journey. I've had to surrender pretty much everything. I have not withheld anything from God. My at the time, my marriage, my children, house, car, clothes, shoes, whatever. If God said give it to me, I gave it to him, okay? And whatever he did with it, that was up to him. So in this last season, through a series of events, it led me to losing custody of my children, okay? And it sounds crazy, but I know that somehow God is going to get the glory out of this situation. And I do know that he is going to restore everything that has been stolen and all the things, okay? So that's the only reason I'm like, the season that I just been in, I should have lost my mind. And so it's like, people could look at the situation and just look at the situation. But I'm looking at the fact that I just went through one of the worst possible things, and I'm like being made whole in a way. It's like I have the peace that surpasses all understanding. And I'm not just saying the words. It's like, actually, I can't fake this. And I think it's showing me also that, no, like, God is real. Like, it's what kind of God is this? That I can literally have peace in the middle of a storm. This is past the storm. I'm like, bro, this is like probably one of the worst things that could happen to me, okay? And it's like, if you don't know me, just know that this is one of the worst things that could happen to me. But okay. And I'm like, I haven't lost my mind. So it's like, God is real. That's all the proof I need. And it's like, I'm cooling because I'm like, I already know what the Lord has promised. I already know that he really does work all things for our good and for his glory. I trust that. If I truly didn't trust that, if I truly didn't believe that deep within me, then I would be losing it. I would be completely a wreck. I don't know where I'd be, okay? But praise be to God, okay? So Jesus, like, count the cost of discipleship, okay? Jesus didn't count the cost when he got on that cross. Well, he knew he was getting into, but he didn't count the cost to where it made him hesitate or anything. It's like he walked. He walked up the hill to Calvary, and he died on a cross for us, for our sins, while we were sinners, okay? He knew what it was getting into, but he despised the shame of the cross. He disregarded it by focusing on the future joy of salvation, making shame seem small in comparison. He made his experience on the cross, the mocking, the spitting, okay, the betrayal, he made that seem small in comparison to the joy of salvation. Like, he's too good. Okay. So, with that being said, coming back to counting the cost, being a disciple of Jesus, you've got to count the cost. Because if you start, you can't finish. Like, you can't be wish-washing. You can't be a fair weather friend when it comes to Jesus. So it's like, by no means did I think it was going to cost me all it has. Like, I feel like this walk has literally cost me everything. And that may not be everybody's journey. I'm sure it won't be everyone's journey. But for some people, for whatever reason, it's going to be your journey. But I'm here to tell you that it's going to be okay, because God really is close to the brokenhearted. He really does deliver. Like, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers them out of them all. I only know certain scriptures because of the experiences I've had to go through, and because it really has rang true in my life. I'm not just sitting here memorizing flashcards. It's like, no, because it's like, sometimes when you have to stand on that word and that is the experience you have, it's like it just sticks, okay? So I didn't think it was going to cost me all it has, which is pretty much cost me everything. Anything I care about on this earth, it cost me, okay? But I meant it when I said I would be a living sacrifice for him. So it's like, people die for Christ. It's a lot of people that say, like, oh, somebody's saying I'll chop your head off, or unless you denounce Christ, like, oh, like, chop my head off. Like, I'll die for Christ all day. But being a living sacrifice, it's like you a sacrifice, but you living through it. So it's like there's going to be pain and all these. You're going to feel it all. You're a living sacrifice. So it's like you giving up everything, your reputation, all of it. Okay, you're a living sacrifice. But I meant it when I said I would be a living sacrifice for him, and I meant it when I said I wanted him to get every ounce of glory out of my life. It should go without saying that there is no way I'm still standing here by my own strength. It is only by the grace of God. For Jesus, counting the cost meant being ready to give up everything, possessions, comfort, status, even his life, and even our lives, to follow him fully, emphasizing total commitment over partial devotion. The cost isn't just money, it's denying self, taking up our cross, renouncing worldly attachments, and being willing to endure hardship, persecution, or loss for him. So that is where I'm at. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I be praying to God because there's so many parts of my story that I just don't understand. There's so many things and steps of obedience that I took that I did not understand why God was having me do it. Because I'm like, Lord, this having me look like the villain low key. I'm like, this having me look crazy. But it's like, I know it's God. Because I'm like, I have no desire. I have no motive for this. I'm like, the only thing I care about is God getting his glory. Okay? That's the one thing I desire out of this earth, period. Like, that is what he is putting me. It says, Lord, like, I pray, Lord, give me the desires of my heart. Like, you give me the desire, and that's the exact desire he gave me, is really just to please him, to live his life to please him. And also his promises that, you know, what he's doing now, it's going to last for generations and generations. So knowing that my children will not have to endure the hardships that I have endured, or that my ancestors have endured, like my children's children's children's, they're going to benefit from what God is doing now. So it's like, I'll endure what I have to endure because I think it's worth that, and for the saving of souls. That's all I care about. So yeah, I think that concludes this talk. God bless.